Pirates have long captured our imaginations as daring outlaws of the high seas. But some of them were more than just adventurous criminals. They were extremely wealthy. From stolen treasures to profitable smuggling operations, these seafarers amassed incredible fortunes that rivaled even the richest rulers of their time. Here's a guide to some of history's wealthiest pirates and the incredible tales behind their fortunes. 1. Bartholomew Black Bart Roberts, estimated wealth $32 million, modern equivalent. Why he was so wealthy. Black Bart Roberts is considered the most successful pirate in terms of ships captured, more than 400 vessels. He roamed the Atlantic, plundering ships from the Americas to West Africa. Roberts was notorious for targeting rich merchant vessels and amassed treasures of gold, silver, and jewels. His wealth was legendary, but his luck ran out when he was killed in battle with the British Navy in 1722. Cool fact, Roberts was known for his strict discipline, banning gambling and drunkenness on his ships, a rare trait among pirates. Up to Sir Francis Drake. Estimated wealth, $115 million, modern equivalent. Why he was so wealthy. Technically a privateer, state-sanctioned pirate, Drake plundered Spanish treasure ships during the Anglo-Spanish conflict. Queen Elizabeth I even knighted him for his service. His most famous exploit was raiding the Spanish Main and capturing the Cacafuego, a ship loaded with gold, silver, and jewels. The haul from this single raid was worth millions. Cool fact, Drake's wealth wasn't just from piracy. He was also a savvy explorer and played a key role in defeating the Spanish Armada in 1588. 3. Captain Henry Every, Long Ben, estimated wealth $110 million, modern equivalent. Why he was so wealthy. Henry Every became infamous for capturing the Ganges Sawai, a massive treasure ship belonging to the Mughal Empire. This raid netted him and his crew an enormous fortune in gold, silver, and jewels. After dividing the loot, Every vanished, leaving his fate a mystery. Cool fact, Every's exploits inspired the golden age of piracy, as his success made piracy seem like a path to instant riches. Before, William Kidd, Captain Kidd. Estimated wealth, $13 million, modern equivalent. Why he was so wealthy. Originally commissioned as a privateer to hunt pirates, Captain Kidd turned to piracy himself. His most famous capture was the Quedagh Merchant, a ship loaded with silk, gold, and silver. However, his career ended abruptly when he was caught, tried, and executed. Cool fact, rumors of buried treasure associated with Kidd have fueled countless treasure hunts, including one leading to the discovery of a shipwreck off Madagascar in 2015. Mother 5. G estimated wealth, $10 million, modern equivalent. Why he was so wealthy. Lafitte was more than a pirate. He was a cunning smuggler and privateer operating in the Gulf of Mexico. He ran a massive operation in Barataria Bay, Louisiana, dealing in stolen goods and smuggling them into the United States. Lafitte even struck a deal with the US government, helping defend New Orleans during the War of 1812 in exchange for a pardon. Cool fact, Lafitte's legendary pirate colony was so well organized it functioned like a small city, complete with warehouses and markets. Number 6. Ching Shi, Madam Ching. Estimated wealth, $95 million, modern equivalent. Why she was so wealthy. One of the most successful and powerful pirates in history, Ching Shi commanded a fleet of over 1,800 ships and 70,000 men. She imposed taxes on coastal villages and raided merchant ships across the South China Sea. Her vast pirate empire made her immensely wealthy, and she eventually negotiated a peaceful retirement with the Qing dynasty, keeping her fortune intact. Cool fact, unlike most pirates, Ching Shi retired peacefully and lived to enjoy her riches. 7. Edward Blackbeard Teach. Estimated wealth, $12.5 million, modern equivalent. Why he was so wealthy. Blackbeard's fearsome reputation often meant ships surrendered without a fight, allowing him to amass a fortune in stolen goods. Operating primarily in the Caribbean and along the American colonies, Blackbeard famously blockaded the port of Charleston, South Carolina, and extorted its residents for medicine and treasure. Cool fact, Blackbeard was known for his dramatic appearance, weaving lit fuses into his beard during battles to terrify his enemies. 8. Samuel Bellamy, Black Sam. Estimated wealth, $120 million, modern equivalent. Why he was so wealthy. Black Sam, Bellamy was known as the Robin Hood of the sea for treating his crew well and plundering the rich to redistribute wealth among his men. His most famous capture was the Whydah galley, a slave ship carrying gold, silver, and other treasures. Unfortunately, Bellamy's career was cut short when the Whydah sank in a storm off Cape Cod. Cool fact, the wreck of the Whydah was discovered in 1984, and artifacts from Bellamy's treasure are still being recovered today. Number 9. Edward England, estimated wealth $15 million, modern equivalent. Why he was so wealthy. Edward England is remembered as a gentleman pirate for his relatively humane treatment of captives. His flagship, the Fancy, was one of the fastest ships of its time, allowing him to capture valuable merchant vessels across the Indian Ocean. England's success earned him a fortune, but his crew eventually mutinied, leaving him stranded on an island. Cool fact, England's iconic Jolly Roger flag, featuring a skull and crossbones, became a universal symbol of piracy. Number 10. Olivier Levasseur, La Buse. Estimated wealth, $1 billion, modern equivalent, legendary estimate. Why he was so wealthy. Known for his daring raids in the Indian Ocean, Levasseur is said to have captured an immense treasure hoard from the Portuguese ship Nossa Senhora de Cabo. Legend has it that he buried his fortune and left behind a cryptic cipher as a clue. His treasure remains one of the most sought after in pirate lore. Cool fact, as he was executed, Levasseur reportedly threw a necklace containing his treasure map into the crowd, shouting, "Find my treasure!" Pirates beyond the myth. While these pirates lived in an era of lawlessness, their stories highlight how the promise of fortune drove their daring exploits. Whether through brute force, cunning strategies, or sheer audacity, these buccaneers carved their names into history. Their legacies remind us that even the most notorious outlaws can leave a treasure trove of tales for future generations to uncover. Now, the next time you imagine a pirate counting their gold, remember the true riches and stories of history's most infamous seafarers.